Today, I want to show you something that I built and what Codex thinks. So, I've demonstrated earlier that I was building a experimental digital experience platform. And today, I just wanted to see what Codex thinks. So, I said, um, go ahead and tell me, what do you think about my DXP? And there is a wonderful product called Optimizely. And Optimizely is one of the best platforms that is AI, backed by AI. And so I really like that. I was experimenting with it and I like that. And incidentally, it did a comparison. As you can see, it says maturity is 100% for Shaitik DXP platform. Based on my industry experience, I included content management system. I built one and also used the top CMSs out there. Some are open source, some are of course production worthy. And I have like included the data, analytics, commerce, journey optimizer, CRM, and all the products that comprise digital experience platform. And with the evidence, it's come up with the comparison saying that, you know, content AICM is benchmarked as part of DXP CMS layer alongside omnichannel publish adapter and governance controls. So it's saying that pretty much implemented so many things in Shatex DXP already, and there are evidences that it supports a CMS content management system. It's a content AI CMS, which is a foundational CMS in this DXP platform. And there are adapters for Adobe Experience Manager, Drupal, WordPress, Contentful, and latest addition is Payload. And we can migrate from any platform to another, experiment, a small experimentation. And the fallback content management system is Shay's AI CMS. And then you have like it supports multi-site, multi-language, and it also shows there is an evidence. And it supports A/B testing, conversion tracking. Then there is segmentation, um, decisioning, personalization included in it, a bit of personalization. Of course, there are a lot more to do to make it production worthy, but it's got a bit of every feature in it. I have analytics implemented, commerce, and OBS. However, maturity score 100%, I don't agree with Codex. It actually always is an encouraging environment. But I'm pretty surprised that with the industry experience, you start building something, and without you knowing it, you get somewhere. And I have incorporated all the best practices. Um, for example, composable architecture and pluggable AI model, and you know I have used like agentic AI workflow, sub agents, and I've defined skills MD, all the good stuff. So this is what I wanted to show you. And just to give you a glimpse, I think I have covered it in the other demo. I always start with use cases. um, it's got a plenty of use cases that I started off with. And and of course, I also added another interesting module for, you know, I often take, I often do CMS evaluations, content management evaluations for various customers to see how a certain CMS fits in their digital experience platform journey and what their business objectives are and how a certain digital experience platform fulfill their needs. So it's, here it has come up with, based on the Forrester research, I've given it the fantastic sources to come up with this comparison. It's also picked up my own content management system I have built. So it says pick content AI CMS when differentiation matters, more than buying a standard package, especially if you want native AI modeling, migration previews, accelerators. And I have used open source, all open source AI model as well, but pluggable. Then it says, when do you pick up contentful, when API first composability, developer flexibility, and extension patterns matter. Then then it also gives you some sort of a score here. Then optimizely, okay. And then how do you go through the decision making process? Let's say, how when do you have to pick up RP experience? Choose this when you need enterprise government, dam depth. Adobe dam is pretty good, right? The asset management system. And you want hybrid headless delivery. You're comfortable with Adobe level implementation and licensing complexity. They have multiple tools in the Adobe ecosystem and they are expensive. And you really got to know well to make the best use of Adobe tools. And we have Optimizely, I added it recently. When you want experimentation, personalizations are central and tightly coupled with content management. So, this is very interesting how it has come up with a scorecard. I almost feel like I'm a Forrester research company here when of course, it did use Forrester as one of the sources. And, um, and today I added one more thing. I'm working on a gig for tomorrow. These days, I've gotten into a habit of building a tool for everything. So I built something very quickly. I'll show you. Interview prep guide. I got tired of going through concepts and copy paste and all. So I thought, let me just you know prepare you know an app that given a JD, the resume, it actually identifies the gaps and it actually helps us practice for the interview. For example, I have so let me show you how a working app looks like. So you have to provide what company, what role, and what's the target level, and job description, resume. And if you know who's going to interview, you can provide interviewer's profile as well, and some amount of company notes. Then when you hit Gen Preparation Kit, which I'm not going to do right now because I've already done it, and I have too many